In the heart of Africa lies a nation bursting with color, rhythm, and spirit called Nigeria, also known as the Giant of Africa. Among the countless ways Nigeria celebrates life, unity, and culture, one tradition remains timeless and deeply rooted: Owambe, which is a Yoruba term that means elaborate or extravagant display of food and fashion. Guests often participate by wearing Ashoebi. Ashoebi, a Yoruba word which translates to family clothes, is more than just matching outfits worn at events. It is a language of solidarity, a symbol of togetherness, and a canvas where fashion and tradition meet. Over the decades, as Nigeria grew from ancient kingdom to modern cities, so too did the style, fabric, and meaning of Ashoebi. This is the story of how Ashoebi evolved across Nigeria's diverse tribes, trading through time, culture, and pride. Long before the concept of Ashoebi took on its modern form, the tribes of Nigeria had distinctive clothing that reflected status, occasion, and tribe. The Yoruba people of the southwest wore asrofi, hand-woven fabric produced on local looms. The clothes were worn for ceremonies, wrapped around the body with matching head ties called Gele for women and fila for men. These were often dyed with indigo or adorned with simple patterns. In the Igbo communities of the southeast, wrappers known as George or Akwete were wrapped around the waist with short blouses, complemented by coral beads and headscarf. Dressing was not just about beauty. It was about telling stories of family, marriage, and societal status. To the north, the Hausa and the Fulani women wore long flowing gowns called zani or riga, often with intrinsic embroidery paired with veils or gal. The men wore babanriga with heavily adorned capes known as hula, symbolizing royalty and respect. In the south-south region, the Efik, Ibibio, and Edo people wore beaded attire with coral embellishments, wrappers made of silk or velvet, and grand hairstyles. Each tribe has its own symbols, patterns, and meaning, but unity came through expression. Ashoebi, as we know it today, began to gain prominence during the colonial era as Nigeria gathered for celebration, especially weddings. Families and close friends would choose to wear similar fabric as a sign of unity. It was a silent message: I belong to this family, I stand with them. In the Yoruba communities, Ashoebi became a wedding staple. Women would celebrate lace, Ankara, or damask fabric in chosen colors, cut into elegant Iro and buba outfits. The Gele became bolder, tied higher, wider, and more dramatically. The men marched in agbada or buba and sokoto, sewn from the same material. In the east, Igbos embraced the trend, choosing George fabrics for the bride's family and Ankara or lace for her friends. The Gele evolved into stylish head wraps, and tailored blouses added elegance to the traditional wrapper. The Hausas maintained their dignified modesty, but incorporated new colors and embroidery into their flowing garments. Matching Antamfa or Ankara outfits began to appear at naming ceremonies and weddings, matching tradition with modern trends. In the Niger Delta, the Ashoebi culture was already strong through regal dressing for weddings and funerals. Women wore bold velvet wrappers, beaded tops, and layers of coral beads. With time, friends and guests also began to coordinate with celebratory fabric choices. By the 1980s and 1990s, Nigerian fashion sense was flourishing. Ankara, once seen as casual, became the heartbeat of Ashoebi. With bold prints, African symbols, and vibrant colors, Ankara was affordable, accessible, and endlessly creative. Seamstresses and designers across Nigeria competed to create the most eye-catching Ashoebi styles. Lace fabric, especially cord lace and Swiss lace, became associated with status and elegance. Brides and older women favored it for weddings and funerals, tying high Gele styles that reached the skies. Velvet and sequins return in grand styles among the Edo and Delta tribes. Bridal parties would dazzle in coordinated sequenced blouses, wrappers, and dramatic headpieces. Men joined the trend too. Matching caps, tunics, and even shoes made from Ashoebi fabric became common. In the 2010s, Nigerian fashion broke into the global scene. Weddings became runway shows. Ashoebi transferred from simple matching fabrics to coordinated styles. Fashion designers like Diola Sago, Mao Atafo, Tope, Vicky James, Ugo Moye, and a lot of other great fashion designers pushed the boundaries, blending traditional styles with modern cuts. Instagram became a stage for Ashoebi slay queens. Yoruba women strutted in peplum lace gowns with crystal studding Gele. Igbo maidens wore one-shoulder Ankara gowns with shimly wrappers. Northern ladies adored modest, flowing Ankara kaftans with hijabs in coordinated colors. Even funerals became a celebration of fashion. In Igbo and Yoruba communities, family members would choose sober but elegant fabrics, often in black, white, navy, or grey, with lace trims and bold head wraps to honor the deceased. Birthday parties turned into themed events, where guests were expected to wear the celebrant's choosing Ashoebi. From naming ceremonies to housewarming, Ashoebi remained the trend of community. Today, Ashoebi is more than just a Nigerian fashion trend. It is a cultural identity. It celebrates Nigerians' diversity, from the turbans of the north to the korabis of the Niger Delta. It shows the creativity of people who refuse to let their culture fade. Nigerians in the diaspora now wear Ashoebi with pride at weddings in London, Houston, Toronto, and Johannesburg. Online vendors ship chosen fabrics across the world and tailors live stream fittings for customers abroad. Each Gele tied, each wrapper sewn, each outfit posted online is not just a fashion statement, it is a declaration. I am Nigerian, I belong, I celebrate my heritage. From loom-woven wrappers in ancestral villages to dazzling designer lace in luxury Lagos wedding, the story of Ashoebi is the story of Nigeria itself, colorful, united in diversity, rooted in tradition, and ever evolving with pride. Have you worn Ashoebi before, my dear readers, or attended a Nigerian wedding? Let me know in the comments if you will embrace this Nigerian culture when invited to a Nigerian wedding. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.